Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, loves and lovers. Happy Sunday. I don't have the good book out this morning. The reason why is because in God we trust, in the Most High we trust. And I say this to say, even though we've all been raised to believe in the word in some shape or form. Even the atheist, they've even had a crack at it. They've all been given a chance. It's been presented to everyone, right? So the thing about this is I want to get beyond the relationship of having to have the book. Yes, the tangibles are necessary because some of us need examples, but the example that we all seem to skip over is our existence. Like the fact that we're here, the fact that we're able to create and think and procreate, make kids, and that's proof right there that there is something higher than us that gave us this great place to maneuver in, right? So that's one thing I wanted to say about In God We Trust. And to help me out, I have our trusty dollar. And there is a space on here that says, In God We Trust. And I wanted to harp on that for just a moment. You see, a lot of us were raised with the saying, money is the root of all evil. And yes, a lot of times the root issue is the person who got the money, not the money, right? Because you have to think about it. A person who gets money who has good intentions, they're going to go and do good things with it. And a person that has bad intentions, they're going to do what? Bad things with it. But sometimes a person has good intentions right up until they see the money. And they forget that there's that one line there. It says, In God we trust. So, as this morning's affirmation, I wanted to go into trying to look at money a little different because I think when we started spinning these these conspiracy theories around the dollar, the Twin Towers burning, the Bush and all that stuff, and the man hiding over there, right? When we started that conspiracy, that started a lot of lack mindset because let's just deal with the elephant in the room. A lot of us are running around with intrusive thoughts, myself included. So I'm going to pop my own balloon. Pop, right? A lot of us need to pop our own balloons. We have some sense of inflated something that really doesn't exist because we've taken social media off the screen. And yes, pop. We've taken social media off the screen and we've applied it to our lives. So the only consistency we have has to relate to what we posted on social media a moment ago. And that's crazy. And it's not just you, it's not just me. A lot of us, we have these intrusive thoughts. And unfortunately, the stronger it is to you, it plays out. And this is what I was saying about money. So we get all into these symbolisms and all of these conspiracy theories. What if we took that same energy and put it into In God We Trust? Of course, you know that the dollar is maybe your ticket to go and see if you could get it or you could have access, but what happened to In God We Trust? In God We Trust. We trust the God in ourselves to navigate this system to where the outcome is better. Maybe we don't have enough money. Maybe we do. But it's really the God in us that makes these things possible, whether we want to admit it or not. Like the fact that we're here, we're able to function, we're able to do some amazing things and, make mistakes and have to do them all over again. Uh that's crazy. I've never been there, but yeah. That's wonderful. But yeah, so this is what I wanted to say about the money affirmation. Like let's try to not put so much trust in this physical thing cuz look, we can trust in the Bible. And the Bible has great things in it. But you have to understand, it's what you apply yourself. Same thing with money. You have to apply it yourself. Same thing with uh the tarot cards. It's what you do with these things that makes them inherently evil or what makes them, inherently bad. But the thing about it is, do you have a relationship with, do you believe in Jesus? Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Like, I don't believe I'm a Christian. I believe that I'm a spiritualist because Christians have showed me so many bad examples that can't be godlike. So, I go forth and I allow people to get their judgment as they go, and I accept my judgment as I go because that's called accountability. Yeah, like wiping your own ass. Let's just keep it a buck. Wipe your own ass and stop expecting people to do that for you, which brings me to the word trust. And when we say we trust, I just got caught up in it because I even questioned myself. We only trust ourselves as much as we trust the people around us. And let's just keep it a buck again. We don't trust the people around us because honestly, we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust ourselves to leave. We don't trust ourselves to that gut feeling to say, hey, maybe I should roll out. A lot of times we're waiting for something tangible to happen. And then when the tangible thing happens, it's too late to leave. So that's another reason why I'm popping the balloon on myself, is because I know I failed in my trust to myself at some points, and that was a disjustice to me. And I know someone out here can relate. I mean, you might have a great life right now at the moment, and I hope you have a great life forever. But there are those moments where you didn't trust yourself. You trusted more on the outside of you than you did yourself. And it was an big misjustice. And a lot of people, that's what I was saying, the barter system. Yes. That is something that was strong, like back in the day, back in biblical times, the barter system. The barter system was so spiritual because it wasn't the credit of a credit card. It was the credit of your heart. It was the credit of your word. And that's why a word was held so high for so long. But the bar is so low. Your word means nothing. Like, let's just, be real. We used to be, well, it was supposed to be innocent until guilty. It's been guilty until innocent for very long times, more blatant for some than others. But yes, it's been more guilty. Okay. And when we lost the faith of the bartering system, that's really when the faith of mankind kind of diminished, because started to put our trust on this and hope that whatever we put on there gave the other person more faith in that tangible thing than the actual person. So these transactions have definitely cheapened the human experience. However, these transactions were needed for people who found themselves disabled, lame, or for the delegation of said things, right? So that is what made the hierarchy. I'm too busy, I'm too rich, I'm too this. I'll pay some people to do this for me. And that's when things got more and more murky because the imposed power, right? The position of power, which really isn't power, because once you run out of this fuel, this gas, people are no longer motivated, or they don't have the incentive to jump through the hoop. So, really, the barter system was so much better because through your diligence, through your character, a person would work for you without expecting pay because they knew that you all would be looking out for each other. The of the group became the currency. And now we have so many lackadaisical people who just want imposed power this is where we are. This is exactly where we are. So I want to really remember, look, pop the balloon on yourself. I have done so. In God we trust. None of the devices, like the fact that we could breathe this air and it breaks down into all these wonderful properties. You know what I'm saying? Like, in God we trust. Like, we trust him so much we close our eyes and actually make plans for the next day. Like, I made plans to make hot chocolate biscuits today. And I actually got the privilege of waking up this morning. Yes, I got the privilege. Be so happy to get the presents that all these other things don't matter. Yes, they don't matter. Hubbub. I don't know. I think somebody's trying to like poke at me this morning. Take note of these weird posts. But yeah, I feel bad for people who don't take advantage of what we've got here. We've got simple stuff. We've got fire to boil water. We've got air to breathe. We've got water to drink. We've got the earth to till. You know what I'm saying? We have these things: fire, earth, water. We've got wind to blow all of the stuff away, to blow the leaves, to blow all the pollen, to make all the flowers. Oh, I love flowers. We've got all these things that we can enjoy, and we use these things to make these tangible things. We use heat, we use water, we use all these things to come up with more things. So how is creation not spectacular to you? Someone cut a piece of glass at its precise angle, and now you can see. Someone cut a piece of glass at a precise angle, and now we can see the planets, we can see the stars. Like, break it down, break it all the way down, and you have so much to be grateful. You could be born when all they had was rocks and dust and they had to figure it out. Imagine being born before the wheel. So take it easy, all right? This internet stuff, I ain't gonna lie, it's great. It's great at the beginning, but at its deep rooted end, in its deepest roots, it's making us kind of glitch out because we're forgetting that we didn't get to the internet without its simplest components. Remember, this wonderful thing that you can type on and tap and connect to the world, guess it, all of the things that are making this computer, this internet, they come from the elements that God gave us. He gave us these things. All of the stuff, if you open a modem, all of the things that are in a modem, God made without you having to read a book, a pamphlet, anything. Sit with that. Sit with that. If they should turn your computer into dust, guess what? The parts go back where they gotta go. And that is amazing to me. And I wanted to share this moment with you because happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Go forward, drink some ginger tea, get some cinnamon in somewhere. I don't know, just enjoy. I felt so inclined to really pop my own balloon. Pop! I can't trust in me till I trust in the Lord. And I do trust in him because he got us here. Yep. And have a good day.